I believe we are live. How is everybody doing tonight? Let's
Good.
fix Matt's
All
face.
spooked
It
out
looks a
now.
little
We good?
too. Let me pull that back there a little bit. Too close up for Matt there. Sorry about that, Matt. I'll fix you real
Oh
quick.
wow, there we go.
I think it's great.
Here's my
my.
face, all of it.
The whole
There
thing.
we go. That pretty face. There you go. Boom. All right, folks. Well, welcome to Prater's Rejects and our Halloween special. To
Yay.
our lovely guests, we're going to go through introductions here. Thank you, Gwitting, for the cheers. We have 4 channels tonight here representing guests for The Haunt 2, newly released by PB Publishing, and now already I think it's a multi bestseller already on the Guild.
Damn.
So so if you haven't got the Haunt or now the Haunt 2, pick them up and run them. We ran the Haunt several times last year for Halloween and had a blast with it. And when I got notice that this was coming out, I was all over it. So, and once they got the Fantasy Grounds module done, we're ready to go. So let's do our introductions here and have everybody introduce themselves and their channels. We want to know who you are. We'll have the mods, or I'll throw up the Twitch links in the chat there so they know the channel names. Kind of tell us what you do, a little bit about your schedule, and then when to find you, when you actually play. So first up, we'll start kind of in alphabetical order, and that's kind of way they're positioned here almost. The Ascension Stories group, Sarah and Matt. Look at them both.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Say hello to everybody and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Matt,
I'm Sarah.
and so we're the full-time Ascension Stories team, and so we stream full-time over on our channel at Ascension Stories, and it is a storytelling-based stream. We started with Dungeons and Dragons, and I was editing my my book on stream. And then we slowly started integrating more video games and that kind of thing. And our schedule, we stream every day, pretty much all day, for about 12 hours,
That they do.
except Sundays for now. But we'll be bringing Sundays back in
Yeah.
here pretty soon. So yeah, that's us.
And we play D&D on Tuesdays.
That's right.
Yeah,
D&D
Tuesday
on
nights, that's right.
Yeah.
Just the once a week, though, right? Right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Yeah, we got a podcast, a World Builders podcast on Monday nights, but then Dungeons and Dragons on Tuesday nights.
Okay. Well, welcome and thank you for playing. Next
Absolutely,
up
thanks for having
are the Michelles, the Dungeon Dwellers.
We made it really easy for you. We actually legally changed our names. Then that way you could just call us the Michelles.
Totally planned ahead.
Tell us about your channel and everything that goes on
Yes.
with the Dwellers.
So we rep the Dungeon Dwellers group. So let's see, we've got D&D every Wednesday, both of the Michelles playing that. And then we've got some other tabletop role-playing games, such as Cosmic Chronicles, the Starfinder campaign. Happens every other Tuesday. And then on Sundays, certain Sundays, we've got Big Damn Heroes, our Serenity Firefly campaign that I believe the other Michelle is a part of.
Mhm.
And then, because you can't get enough Michelles, really, starting in November on alternating Tuesdays from Cosmic Chronicles, we'll have a show called Nerd Made, where us and then another one of our friends, Sarah, will be crafting for an hour and talking about nerdy topics and girls and crafts and nerds and fun stuff. So some knitting, some crocheting, and some needle pointing going on.
Also, since it's Halloween, I hear rumors that we may be starting at some point a Vampire the Masquerade game. There's no start date yet set on that, but
Da-da-da-da.
yeah.
Hey,
Yay.
busy we are. Our elderly gentleman here, it looks like, 20 sides to every
Yes.
story. And Alex, say hello to everybody.
Hey, everybody. I'm Alex from 20 Sides to Every Story. Over on our channel, we play a lot of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. Right now, we've got a weekly Waterdeep Dragon Heist game on Tuesday nights at 7. We also have, we've got every other Wednesday a sequel to Beyond the called Beyond the Tomb of Annihilation. So, kind of the higher level campaign of our characters that survived the tomb. And then on Thursdays, every other Thursday, we have a homebrew campaign called Crimea Clash of Shields that has a lot of political intrigue about it. We also, on occasion, play Dungeon Crawl Classics, and once a month, I always try to do an indie or small press role-playing game. On Friday night, we played Die Laughing, which is a game that's going to be kickstarted, or the Kickstarter launches this week, so it was kind of fun. We got to play the game even before it's out there, so we try to do that once a month and get the creators on our channel to chat them up and ask them questions about their game.
Caught a couple of those. I think the one I caught, I think it was you were dressed up like wasn't it
David Bowie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dream Chaser.
Nice.
Boy, I came in, what the heck was I seeing? But yep, they do have a good time on that channel too. And last, our troublemaker in the group there, who I do work with for the Blackmore Society and some of the stuff that we've got running up for that group. The Baboonsky, Chucky Love. Say hello to everybody.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? I am Chuck Cumbo, or GM Baboonsky or whatever my wife's calling me for that day. But yeah, I do a lot of streaming every week. I do a lot of variety streaming. I run 3 or 4 games a week, tabletop games on Fantasy Grounds. And then I do some variety video game streaming because people like comedy, you know. Like tonight I'm playing in this, and I expect Duff to scare me. I want him to scare the shit out of me. We'll see what happens. I also partnered with him with Backward Publishing, and we are doing really well. We've got, gosh, Duff, I don't even know now. We've got so many things going on. Next year, we've already got every quarter filled with projects, and we're basically going to be, creating these adventure series. We're going to be streaming them online with virtual play at cons, and then we're going to actually produce the books as published books you can take home and play around the table as well. So it's pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. Yeah. That's all I can tell you, except happy Halloween, everybody, and let's have a great show tonight.
All right. Well, if that is, I think that's it. And everybody knows my channel, or if you don't, Praetors Rejects. Yes, we run D&D. We also are starting up Savage World games next week. I believe Corey is doing East Texas University, and I will be spinning up a Deadlands campaign. And then, like Chuck was saying, we're partners and do work with the Blackmore Society, spinning up adventure series for 5e compatible worlds, plus other scenarios. One of them being John Messenger's book. We are going to create a 4 episodic series for him and take it to the conventions. And as we are running the game, John is planning, I think, for Gamehole, he's actually going to tell the story while you're playing the game and doing the D&D side. He's going to weave a story for everybody while it's taking place. I'm not turned up loud enough. Is that what we're hearing? Hopefully, maybe I should get my mic right in front of me there. Maybe that will spin me up a little bit better. So that being said, let's get started. The characters, before we'll do introductions as you are all making your way to an inn, a bar, go figure, in the D&D way. And it is in the town of Succumber, which is on the east, toward the eastern side of Waterdeep, a few days' journey away. And the group are all members of the Blackmore Society. Go figure. Agents that are dedicated to righting the wrongs and vanquishing evil. Basically there to help all that need it in times of need. And their patron, who helps run the group, Praetor himself from Waterdeep, has sent the group communiques to have them band together to meet up at the Emerald Lion Inn in the town of Succumber to try to determine what has happened to a previous group of adventurers that were sent there to determine something that was happening in a house of General Monteroth's, who had been a part of this area for quite some time, and there was a great evil that was emanating from this house. And the original adventuring party was successful in vanquishing the evil, Night Hag, who they discovered her name was Gertrude, had trapped the general in this house for many years, using his body to creating necromantic energies that infiltrated the area, and the hag herself fed off those unlucky saps who would venture into the house to try to actually discover what was going on here. This group, however, was successful and made their way back to Succumber to rest up before and get their wits about them, and stayed a night at the house of the mayor in the town. But then the next day were gone without so much as a word of goodbye, and have not been heard from since. So this new merry band of adventurers have made their way to Succumber to meet up and then try to discover what the hell's going on. So with that being said, as just with the introductions, we can start off the same way as the group has entered town and has made their way to the Emerald Lion. We have both Cordelia. I'm assuming y'all might be traveling together, Cordelia and Queen, possibly. Yes. Yeah, I just put that one and one together. And y'all have been told where the inn is at and can make your way there. Introduce your characters, please.
Okay. I'm Cordelia. I'm a human rogue, and my family was killed by vampires, so I have been hunting them and the creatures of the night ever since, until I stumbled upon Quain. You're muted.
You're muted.
I'm muted. There we go.
There you go.
Professional.
Shout out to Kale.
Kayla, I killed myself. Also, Moondog. Or wait, who was that? No, Devil Dog.
Devil Dog.
That's just how I look, dude.
It
Got me in
is.
trouble.
It does.
So I'm playing Quain, halfling sorcerer. I am the brains of their operation. Yep, with my intelligence of 14. That's it. Did you check your stats there, sir?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we are the. She's in it for the killings. I'm in it for the loots.
Okay.
Yar.
And y'all, yeah, so you're at the Emerald Lion, and you will also, as y'all are, knowing that there's got to be others part of the group, there will be two very different individuals who come in together, a half-orc and another female monk that's bang their way through the front door, as half-orcs do, leading the way, trying to determine why they're here in this damn town in the first place. And that would be the Dungeon Dwellers. Say hello tell us about your characters.
I am Novella. I am a half-orc druid who did not obviously fit in with humans or her orc tribe. And so is very unhappy about the situation in general, left her tribe on not so good terms, and is wanting to do good in the world, but doesn't necessarily get along with anybody while she's doing it.
And I am Lou, and I look a little rough around the edges. Wearing some rags. I'm a half elf, and I definitely stick to the shadows as Novella moves in. And I'm a little thin, and I definitely have a bit of a dark past. I'm a little jumpy when things come out.
Okay. As y'all are all sitting in there, feeling each other out, trying to determine, the next step and understanding why you're there, an elderly gentleman with white hair stumbles his way in to the front door, wondering why he's here also.
Yeah, I'm playing Simon, who is a half-elf wizard. They almost have kind of like blue-tinged skin. Simon is he's relatively good-natured and friendly, although he doesn't like to talk about himself too much. He also has a very odd obsession with owlbears, and if you get him talking about his owlbear collection of figurines, you'll regret it. So,
Okay, and he walks in, and y'all all noticed I actually was already there in the inn. There, a gentleman in the back area, definitely wearing a nice suit of armor, slowly was making his way toward the group as y'all gathered in the inn there to determine what your steps would be. And he motions to the group to introduce himself. Oscar, say hi.
Greetings. How is everyone tonight?
Not a talk.
Ah, quite a bunch, I see.
Yep. Well,
Well.
as Oscar was doing that and saying hi, the front door, another to the inn will burst in, and the mayor, Succumber, will come in, and he had heard that there were several individuals had made their way into town, and heard that they were gathering at the Emerald Lion, and with the exasperation was looking over the group and looks to the gentleman, or actually he'll look to Quain, and he will say, please tell me that you are here from Praetor. Are you the Blackmore agency he has sent to help us with our problem?
I'll take a double bow as a halfling. So my nose nearly touches the floor. And I'll say, that we are.
It's about time. It's been troubled, even with the manor being destroyed as it was. Things do still not feel right around here, and with the ventures that they left unabruptly, and not even saying so much as a thank you, and us allowed them to welcome them and shower them with the abilities to make this area safe. We're still troubled. Something is still not right, and he gets a sideway glance when he catches Norvella sitting there. And are you with the agents too?
I am.
Ooh.
And she looks around the table at everyone and she says, is this all of us?
Believe so. Y'all do not know each other? Strange. Well, y'all better, because I fear that something is still not right, like I said. And you must probably... The only way we know what to do is to send you back up the road up into eastward, up toward the manor was at. It is no longer... Thank you, Moondog. I thought I had that down a little bit, so we appreciate that. So he says the manor itself has long been destroyed now, with the evil hag herself removed from it. But maybe it's not all gone, and that's just where you should probably make your way toward the manor and investigate there, because that is where they last came from. And he will give you a small little map of the area, and it's strictly, yes, if you follow the road on out eastward, it will begin to bend up in a northeasterly fashion. And he says, yes, continue on there, and it shouldn't be hard to see the manor. If you see there's the old hospital was off, Grey Castle Hospital was just off to the west from the road there. But it has been long abandoned, and nothing above ground except maybe a few boards and walls are left of it. And no one has made use of that establishment for some time. But the manor, if you continue on, you should find it from there. And he says, the sooner you can solve this for us, the better that the trade routes can open back up for us, and we can continue on and grow this town. It has been hard to get it off the ground since we've lost it long ago, and we just thought we had been on our feet, and now we're being knocked back down again. Life is tough, and I do appreciate all of that you will try to do for us. Praetor has spoken highly of the group, and we have great confidence that you'll be able to vanquish the evil, as always. So, without any other ado, if there's any other questions from the group, he will...
Has anyone searched the old hospital for remains or clues?
No. It has been long abandoned. We never thought anything of it.
Interesting.
And
We'll do our
these
best.
adventurers that just sort of like left, I mean, did they get paid?
They were sent by Praetor himself. They were agents, my understanding, were agents just like you. But it was
Yeah, I just didn't know if they like Did they leave anything behind? You're meant like to give them something, and then you didn't.
No, not at all.
Oh,
Helpful
well.
notes.
The notes that you have, so the document that y'all received, there was a report,
right.
and the report, and the mayor also filled, he knew that was being sent, and he sent a little extra blurbs to Praetor in the discussions about what had happened with the group, and this other entity, basically what he had described was a doll that had been seen laying on the road, but it was, the mayor doesn't talk about it though. Says just do your best to get up there and discover what is going on again, and return our ways to the lives that we need, the good life, the simple life that we need here in Succumber. I beg of you.
I mean, you don't need a bag, but fine.
I shall.
If there's anything undead there to kill, we'll kill it.
Oscar will stand up and say, "This evil must be put down for good."
I agree. This is very unnatural. It feels unsettling here. The sooner we get rid of it, the better.
All right. With anything else, you can begin your journey up the road, and it's a good day's travel to head that way. And I would say close to dusk and all that, as you're getting closer to where you believe you need to be, then it becomes a storm blows in, as always, and you know it. So, and it becomes really...
This is really gonna fuck with my mascara.
Yes, a storm
Mine
blows
too.
in, and you know from the map that it looks like the manor's still a little ways off, but to your east, northwest, the hospital is marked on the map, and for what you're seeing, the storm is getting really bad, and y'all begin to notice that from time to time, a few hail stones begin to fall from the sky, and they begin to get even bigger as the hail seems to become a problem for y'all, and your thoughts are you're not quite certain that you can make it to the manor. What shall you do?
Yo,
How far-
Novella, you like nature shit. Can you wrap this shit up?
Lou, you know better than that.
I know, but man, this is gonna give me a fucking concussion.
You're always so glum. Perhaps we could seek shelter at the hospital. I feel as though we may not make it to the manor tonight.
Can I shield Quain with my cloak
Does he need shielding? Yes.
so he doesn't mess up his hair?
Oh,
And say, I agree. If we could maybe make it out of the storm, that would be better.
well, you know that you begin to see a clearing area off as you head that way. Clearly, there was something of long ago that stood in the area. There's a few timbers or a few pieces of wall left, not much at all. The years have not been kind to what is known as Grey Castle Hospital. And you begin to move toward the slab area, and there's, oh boy, trouble, because you don't see anything that looks to be abilities to create for a quick shelter. Would those with nature give me a check, please?
Yes.
Feel his little cat just passed by.
Yes, he is going to make himself known a lot.
And the black cat passes your
Yeah.
path.
Oh,
That's how you know.
Uh-oh. Anybody else with nature?
No.
I got it.
There you go. Oh, Simon.
Yes.
Simon's good. Simon, quickly, as you're looking over, you notice there seems to be a small hole in the ground. Something on the back side of the foundation is there. It looks like it's a opening in the ground.
Is it like a hole or is it like a cellar entrance
From where you look, it looks like it's an open stairwell.
Ah. Oh,
Does it look
at
like-
this. Check out this quaint little shelter that we could hole up in.
Does it look like anyone's been around, like footprints, anything, creatures living there, anything?
Roll me a check, please. Perception or investigation, your choice.
It's hailing, yeah.
Okay.
The hail is beginning to fall down, and they are bigger. It's now becoming quarter size to golf ball. Well, with no golf ball in the Sword Coast region. So, gold coin pieces becoming very big, 100 gold piece gem sizes, clumping
I'm double
down.
timing my little halfling legs toward that
Mhm.
staircase.
I'll shield
You-
him the whole way.
And just happens to be a map. And before you is but as far as the check of seeing what's going on around here, there's no tracks, not even animal tracks are in the area. This place has not been disturbed for a long time.
Ooh.
And you see a
Is it-
stairwell going down.
And you guys are going down the stairwell already?
Oh yeah.
The map
Okay.
is before
I
you.
hate this hail.
I'm just gonna call it. I'm following, but I'm gonna call ahead. Be careful. The animals also avoid this place. I don't think that's a good sign. Please be careful.
Yeah. Y'all should have a map. And he can run down.
You just
The
hear me
stairwell.
yell, "Come, Cordy!"
Okay. I don't like it.
Make it to the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
Follow.
He walks in now. You have a little bit of light that you see so far from the outside, even though you probably, those who have dark vision, hopefully would have a torch lit or need to let me know what they're using for light, because there is nothing. Once you move down from where you're at in the stairwell, you can tell that there is going to be vast darkness to have to deal with. So
I'll cast light.
there you go. Okay.
I cast light on Cordy's hat.
Okay. Well, that's what you see. You see a room. Some double doors are just right to the south of you. And then you see off around the wall from down the hallway, turns into what looks like another room to the south. And this place not in bad shape. You see dirt. You see filth, trees, that stuff on the ground. But the walls are fairly intact for being below ground, but you definitely know above you that there's nothing there at all. How this floor survived underground, you're not quite certain, but it is still here.
Oscar would like to strode forward, if okay, to move down. He's going to walk slowly, just normal pace, to about, let's see. Well, there's 5 foot squares.
Yes, they are right now. Yeah. Your tokens are unlocked just because we're not in anything particular.
It's fine.
Yep.
He'll move to there and he'll look to the party and say, "My God of justice, perhaps can help us in this situation. Allow me to use my divine powers to find out if there is something nearby that would be of unholy evil. And I'd like to use divine sense if I could, please."
Yes.
Divine sense he cast, and his radars go up till the end of your next turn. All right. Anybody? What else for the rest of the group?
I'll take the rear. So whenever Novella moves, I'll move.
I was gonna say I take the rear, but okay. No,
Cordy,
that's
check
fine.
it out.
Yeah, I'll stay. We'll both stay towards the end, I guess. But I definitely keep everyone within eye shot and just. Yeah.
Can I look behind us just to see if anyone's just I don't know,
Watching you.
make sure no one's following us down? Yeah, see, watching
Okay.
us.
You give me a perception check, please.
Sure can. Kinda, sorta.
You're not sure if it was, just the lightning, or an animal, but there was a brief eyes off in the darkness in the woods, maybe for a brief second, that caught you just out of the corner of your perception, and then there
I'll
was
just go.
nothing there.
Oh my god. and I'll like jump
What?
into. Nothing.
Dungeon Master, was there anything
And
from my
as
sense?
what's that? Oscar?
Divine sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was getting ready to tell you. So as that was happening, your radar goes off for a brief moment somewhere south in front of you, since you were facing. I would assume you're going to face the doors. Let's put it that way. And you
What's 60 foot?
detect. It's not undead, but it is definite. Some type of evil entity is definitely beyond those doors, and ever so subtly in everyone's perception you begin to hear and it disappears. Did y'all hear that?
Where do we hear? Which direction do we hear it from?
Yeah.
Just making sure. Don't know if all my sound
What in the
effects were
name of the forest was that god awful sound?
Which way did it come?
south through the doors.
Okay.
And then,
well,
like I said,
since
you
some
still
sort
have
of-
this area off to the light. Y'all can tell from the torch. I mean, from Cordelia's. She's got a hat light.
Like bandana.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Bandana light. Yeah. The
Bandana
beacon,
light.
head beacon is going off there, and you can see that there's a room off to the east there.
Cordy, go
I
check it out.
will tell the group what I sensed, and then I will pull out my battle axe and have it ready.
When I
First
hear
enemy I
him-
see.
When I hear him say that, can I reach through everyone and touch him and cast guidance on him?
With pleasure.
Okay.
Can I sneak forward a little bit?
Go right ahead.
As
The
much
tokens
as I
from
could sneak.
Yeah, right now you're
Okay.
good. Just as long as y'all don't go crazy with it, I'll. If you do, I'll rein you back in. But I'm more
It's right
interested
across
in
the
the
room.
RP because this is new to my channel. So I'm letting y'all are better at this than I have been. So
Oh, don't you worry. I'll tell you right now, Dungeon Master, I'm gonna role play the shit out of this. I'll just tell you.
why do I work with him? I don't know.
You're gonna reevaluate that contract
Oscar,
later.
yours
Yeah.
too.
So Cordelia, you're gonna maybe sneak and like peek around the corner. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
with
kinda
my
doing
light,
there?
my hat light. Yeah.
All right. Would you roll me a
Oh, that's
stealth
a-
check,
that's a
please,
quarter
on the
there.
tower?
Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ah!
I'm sneaking behind.
This is so freaking creepy.
It's gonna get better. Okay. You see what looks to be broken remnants of a desk in the back there, and there's some chairs, maybe, because they maybe they have the frame of a chair, but they're definitely don't look like you could sit at them. They are dry, rotten, past the point of usefulness. But then there's a desk back there that's heavily damaged. That with a quick sneeze probably would make it fall apart. And then a chair of the same substance as the other ones is right behind there.
Okay. I'll whisper as much as I can to like the people right behind me and just say, "There's some trash furniture, but I don't see anything."
Well, you actually do. On the back of the desk there that faces towards you, there is a hole in the about a foot wide, very visible
no.
in the back.
I would like to go investigate this hole.
There's also a hole and trash furniture.
Something has been here. Something is here. This is not good.
What gave you that impression?
You know, you could be a little more supportive. We're trying to do good work here.
Y'all are on edge. I don't see what the big deal is.
Okay.
This place is real homey, I think.
Shit, what kind of hole?
There
did
is
you
a
roll?
great evil nearby. Do not take this frivolously.
So
We could all purchase from the evil that is
Queen and
here.
Cordelia move up to the desk. So
Flanking.
you will see, as you're looking at it there, on top of the desk is definitely looks like a inkwell, long dried out, and some papers scattered about that are very aged and yellowed. But they lay there, and there's actually some writing on the papers.
I'll snatch the papers.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on the hole in the wall.
It's the hole in the desk, actually.
The hole
It's
in the
It's
desk?
in front of the desk. Yeah.
Oh.
Um,
There was a hole in the wall.
what you also notice from standing behind the desk, well, you'll walk around it. We'll put it that way. The top drawer's missing. There is a middle drawer that you see, and there is a bottom drawer to it also.
Quinn, I don't know if we should touch the desk.
I've already touched the desk and like.
I still say
He
it. I
has some
totally didn't
papers
see
in
him
his
touch it.
hand.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, you touched the desk. Okay, we're touching the desk.
How long did you say you've been with the Blackmore Society? I feel like you need a little more training, maybe precautions.
I lowered the papers for a very long time.
Brilliant.
Hmm.
Insight
I'm
check.
just gonna take a step back.
All right. Keep.
She rolled it.
She did.
Wait. So
Oh no, it's an 8.
hey, Duff, have I been there a long time?
What else?
Do I see anything along the walls where I'm at, like on the floors?
Just blanked out. It was standard walls of stone, some lichen on them, maybe. Definitely have some water damage that's run down them. Leaves are on the ground, but that's it. Nothing else.
Can I do another nature check to see if I feel anything like if there's just unnatural, like anything? I don't know.
Oh, it's unnatural. You
Okay.
got that already. Yeah, you're pretty good
Oh.
at that.
Okay.
Can I pull a desk drawer out?
Yes, you two. There are two. The top one's missing, and there are two left.
I don't know why, but I'm really stressed out about choosing. Can I just choose the one I'm closest to, since I'm on the
The middle one or the bottom one?
the bottom one?
The bottom one, you'll pull on it, and it feels like it's locked.
Pull harder.
I need an athletic check, please.
Oh,
I'm gonna light a torch, by the way, while this is happening.
Well, her light is going to be filling up that whole area, just so you know.
I know.
You can still have a
I know,
torch,
but
that's
I
fine.
want to light a torch. Yeah.
You pull, and you break the handle off, but the door doesn't open. The handle breaks.
Quiet down, Cordy.
What's
I'm
that?
just trying to get in the desk drawer.
Just do so quietly. I'm trying to read.
You read. You notice that there are names on the piece of paper here. One of them that clearly, and it's a list of people's names and illnesses that they must have been enjoying while they're here in the hospital. Dysentery, leprosy, consumption, lots of leprosy, mummy rot. There were a couple that looks like they had issues with childbirth, unfortunately, too.
All right.
But no names really stand out to you, but there definitely were many individuals here.
Any scurvy?
No scurvy.
Doesn't appear to
They
be
had
necessary.
enough vitamin C. It was
Consumption,
all good.
Close enough.
I'm gonna walk up to the edge of the hole.
Okay.
And just tip the torch down into it and see if I can see the bottom.
You roll me a dexterity check, please.
Okay.
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Ooh.
Oh crap.
And so you're trying to make sure that when you're sticking the torch into the desk, you don't set it on fire, because you're pretty certain to get any type of heat toward it. It probably.
Oh, I
will
thought it
blow
was
up.
on the. Was the hole in the desk
The
actually?
hole's in the back of the
Yeah.
desk.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought it was
Sorry,
like on
not
the floor
under.
by
I'm
the
sorry.
desk. Shit, never mind.
Misunderstood. No, this is on the back of the desk. So
How long
you
have
can,
you
like,
been, Prater?
you can see inside. Sorry.
Never mind. I would not stick a torch inside the desk.
I couldn't understand. I was like,
I'm
"Oh."
sorry.
I will be clear on my deal. Yeah, this is something on the back
Beautiful.
side of the desk that you could, where the drawers are at.
Okay. My bad. Sorry.
I should explain that better. I'm learning, folks.
I will shake my head in frustration. Can I listen at the door and see if I can hear anything unusual? Hi. As in a perception check.
Go right ahead.
All right.
You hear nothing really is catching you on the other side of the doors. It's a tingling sensation that you're getting, the hairs on the back of your head, goosebumps, that type of deal. But you do hear, y'all hear that little whine every now and then, but it could be the wind maybe.
Yo,
I'm
did
gonna
someone
move-
fart? Like that is like the
God.
weirdest sounding fart ever.
I'm gonna move up to
Anything.
Oscar. He just told me about this evil that he senses behind the door, and I'm just like, do you think that behind this door is where that freaky sound came from? Maybe we should check it out.
I mean, as long as it didn't come from someone's behind, yeah, sure, it probably came from over there. But I mean, I
Some
mean,
sort of unholy
after
evil is
you.
beyond this door. You all should be alert. We could die in any moment.
Our
thank you,
companions
Captain
at the
Obvious. I feel a
desk-
lot better about my fate in life right now. Can I go up to the door? Nope. And you said the door's down here?
The double doors where
Oops, I just moved, not me. Sorry. Whoops.
you're not Novelli, you're the. I'll put you in a square.
Oh, the double doors are up there. I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Cool. Can I just go up to the doors and examine them? Do they look locked or trapped?
You can roll me an investigation or perception check. Your
Sweet.
choice.
All right. Let's see here. Investigation or perception. So let's do perception. Very good. Yep.
Ouch.
You see doors.
I see doors. All right. Well, it's all
Well-
good. Can I just go ahead and try opening them?
You can open them, and they
Okay.
creak open, and you will see.
Wait,
Remember, I have a
as
rated
I'm
action.
opening them, as soon as I realize that they can't open, can I make a big show of it? Oh!
Remember, I do have a rated action, Def.
I got
With
your.
my battle axe out.
Yeah, as she
I'm
pushes open the doors.
rolling my
and
eyes.
It's a hallway.
I'd like to reveal this hallway to all of you. You're welcome.
Oh, she found a hallway.
Thank you.
Cordelia,
Yes.
Can
as they're having fun with the doors, what about the two of you?
I try to pick the lock on the desk?
Yes, you
Yes,
may.
no.
Use your. You have thieves' tools and your abilities.
Mhm.
Yar. Can I do it with
And you
mage
may do
hand?
that with advantage because you're good
Oh.
at it.
Yeah. Wait, how do I do
I'm
advantage
trying-
again? in-
Click the ADV at the bottom.
Bottom left of the dice, you'll see the little button that says ADV.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Click that and then roll away.
Thank you. Knuckle.
I'm trying to keep both sets of people in eyesight.
You fiddling around with it, and all of a sudden there's a something.
Queen, I did it.
Yep.
Open
you,
it, Cordy.
You open it up.
Yes, with mage hand. I get Queen back a little bit and step back a little
the
bit.
door begins to pull out, and then it sticks about halfway.
Mage hand, pull
so
harder.
there's, it about becomes 3-4 inches out, and then stops, as though it's being something held or something inside.
I get beyond her hand of protection and I dive for the drawer to get my hands on whatever's inside.
Queen, be
You reach
careful.
you have to put your hand in, and you can start feeling toward the back, and you can feel that there's even a something else back there, extra space, and you want to put your hand back there and feel around?
Yes.
Okay, you do, and you've all of a sudden there's a piece of paper, something back there, and you grab a hold of it, and I'll bring this up.
The piece of paper is a werewolf.
You see this. Just Quain. Can I share it just to you? I think I can actually. Quain. You're looking at this, and then so unfortunately the people will hear this, but your eyes, as you're looking at it, cloud over, and you kind of stop in place, and you begin to have a vision, and before you plays out this. There is a young blonde girl walks hand in hand with an older yet beautiful woman. The girl looks troubled as she glances up at the woman, and she says, "Why do we have to go to the hospital, Gertrude?" "Your mother. She's going to give us a present today." "I don't like the hospital, but I do like presents." The woman stops and pauses, and she kind of crouches down to look to the young little girl. "I know. How about I give you a special present today?" And the little girl, yes, and she smiles, and then this woman, this beautiful woman, she smiles back, and then all of a sudden you see her face warp. These deep wrinkles, sharp teeth, and evil eyes stare at her, and then flash back to a normal, beautiful face that she has. And then they continue their walk on into blackness. Cordelia, would you make me a perception check, please?
Oh, jeez. Yes, sir.
You notice that Quain is frozen, and his head's back. His eyes are fluttering in the back of his head, and then you see him come back into what is consciousness to some degree, but you're blind for a moment, Quain. You can't see anything.
Queen? What's wrong?
Ah.
Queen?
Is
Can
my
you see
vision
me?
coming back? Is it beginning to come back, my vision?
Slowly, you're beginning, and you're also hearing her. For a moment, you can't hear anything, and then it's muffled sound as you hear her voice.
I wave my hand out very violently.
Queen,
And-
what's happening?
So my hand is slapping you, and I'm just freaking out. Whoa! Do I hear that?
Come and play with me. I bet you can't find all five.
What is this
That was-
nonsense?
That was in the report that they gave us. Remember the little girl giggling, that little doll and the blue eyes? Clearly we've stumbled onto that same creature. We're in trouble. We need to stick
Whoa.
together.
Just in case
I
my
don't like
Texas
those.
I
accent
table flip the
got,
desk and I
reverb
run
and
back
all
to the
that,
group.
which it sounds like it. She said, "Come and play with me. I bet you can't find all five."
Yeah, I table flip the
back to
desk
normal
and
plan.
I'm running back to the group.
I follow. I'm following real fast. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now,
Do I
in the
see any
hallway-
eyes?
No, you don't see. But all of y'all heard her voice, and it echoed the whole floor. There was not one direction it came from.
This is not magic I'm familiar with. Paladin, do you know anything more about what this is?
I know not. I only sense the evil near us. I wish I could tell you more, but let's just say that this does not bring back any memories that I've encountered before.
If you guys are afraid, it's quite all right.
I'm not afraid.
You'll see Oscar grab the
not-
wall for just a moment and steady himself, almost as if he's become weak. For just a moment. And then he'll stand up and act like nothing else happened.
Are you all right?
I am fine. The evil here is quite overwhelming.
Evil
Yeah,
good.
You'll notice that Oscar, yeah, he when he approached the hospital and all that, he went from having his visor up. He has put it down now. That was definitely something that y'all notice, and he moves a little. You know, he's definitely has told you that there's evil here, but it may be affecting him a little bit more than he's willing to admit.
My friend Oscar, I am wondering, we were really just came down here for shelter, but now that you have sensed this evil, do you feel that we should do something about it, or should we just take shelter and mosey on to our destination?
I believe we have found our destination. Evil like this
Ah.
must have a source.
Agreed.
I
Did
just
you find
wonder.
any? Did you find anything in the desk?
Well, I think
nope. Yeah, yes. No, nothing in the desk. Wait, did I pull out? So did I pull out a piece of paper with a drawing on it, like a
Yes, you
Microsoft
did.
Paint drawing?
That's
Okay.
exactly what you should. And you can. I can. If you want to show that to
Gotcha.
them, then I'll
Yeah.
reveal to everybody. But only you have it right now.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. I found this, and I'll show it to him.
It's part of
Odd
the
thing to
artwork I
keep
helped
in a
with on
locked
this.
drawer?
What's that?
I just said, you hope you guys appreciate the artwork I helped make for this module. Put a
Oh,
lot of
you
time
did.
into that. No, I didn't. I'm
did
totally
not.
joking. No, that's more up Duff. That's not me.
It's an odd thing to keep in a locked drawer.
It's about my ability.
I mean, that took effort. I really think that whoever made that should be very proud of it.
I saw
Fair
something else, that wasn't
What?
there. I think it was kind of a like a dream.
Yeah, that
Did the-
happens sometimes when you like imbibe.
Oh.
Did you feel any like your eyes shut and you started to go all shaky and you couldn't see me for a minute? Is that when you saw it?
Yes, that was it. That was exactly when.
What did you see?
So there was this woman and a little girl, about my size, and but not my age. She was like a young human girl.
Like these? Like the paper?
Like in the picture?
Yes, like in the picture, exactly like in the picture. And so, but the older woman, her face turned into evil, bad, just
Well, if there's undead creatures here, then we should do away with them.
I don't know if she was undead.
Did they say anything? Did they do anything? What did
Yeah,
you see them
uh,
do?
The little girl's mom apparently was here. I don't know, but they were on their way here
Traffic in the picture.
at the beckoning of the old woman in the picture.
The little
said that
girl
Mom
also
had a-
really,
had a
you
friend.
remember, she also said Gertrude. She was speaking
Gertrude.
to the
Okay.
woman, and that name was in your report.
Right.
Just so you know.
So Gertrude, yes, Gertrude was
Gert-
the old one.
Gertrude is the hag. She's the one that's been responsible for all of this.
Didn't they take care of her, the last group of people?
Yes, that's what the report said, but now I'm not so sure that's the case. And if we're still dealing with her, then
Well,
That's-
the spirit of this child, maybe it is the one that you saw in your vision. She spoke of finding 5. You know, ghosts, they always have unresolved business. Maybe if we just find these 5 things, whatever they are, we'll help the little girl out.
Did you hear the thing that I heard just a minute ago about the?
yes, I did. I don't think the little girl, if she is still here, I don't think she's okay.
No, I don't think so either.
I think we need to be just as wary of her. And whatever these five things are, I'm not sure
Pictures?
But if we're going to save the town and find what happened to the other adventurers, how many adventurers were there?
5.
Oh.
They were
I
third
wonder
level.
if she was.
They were younger. They were wet behind the ears still when they were sent to the area.
She could.
They not be strong like us.
Is it
She
5
could be-
pictures?
Referring to them. Maybe they're down here.
Oh,
Or
5
what's
adventures.
left
Mm,
of them.
Yeah, the 5 new Blackmore agents.
Well, we
Nothing
need
to
to
do but
clean this
find 'em.
place out. We might as well
Agree.
press on.
That's what I said as I'm like already in the hall.
The hallway's about 10 feet wide, stone floor. You can see that it's dry. There's some inert mold, fungus kind of grows up in the cracks of the floor. And your torchlight and our headlight, is giving off eerie shadows in here, but it is definitely on dark. And you see as you move in farther, there is a intersection.
I gotta move the map then. I see. Okay. So do I see any like footprints in the dust?
Perception
Anything
check,
like?
please.
Okay. Much better than my past 2 rolls.
Only the ones that you were leaving as you walk down the hallway.
Okay. And I don't see like any crevices in the stone where there's like a note pushed in or anything like that.
No, you do not.
Okay. I'll turn to the rest and be like, yo, any preference in terms of which direction, or like, do you want me just to pick one? I mean, I'm capable of picking one, but figured I'd ask.
Does it smell weird either direction?
I mean, the whole
Dusty.
place smells
Good
musty.
Yeah, dank,
I will
stale.
I will remind the party that we're near the limits of my sensing earlier, so whatever we have sensed must be close. It is
Nah.
near.
Oh, well.
The storm
Cool.
sounds like it's raging up above. You will hear the wind must have picked up because you'll hear. It's definitely sounds like wood has been, something that's lifting some of the timbers. You hear movement, scraping, little creaks and stuff like that. But nothing's happening here. You definitely got out of the storm in time. It sounds like from up above.
I'll be like, so like that whole radius thing of sensing evil, is it like, should I go like straight, left, or right?
I sensed it directly south of us. So I would say, if I had to guess.
East and west. Actually, east, west.
Oh, which way is this map,
It's
actually? I'm
south.
assuming it's north. And
It's typical. North is.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not on the side maps. You're getting pings from all 3 main directions.
Well, there you go.
Well, like
Your
you're
call,
all
young
good.
lady.
Well, I mean, like, you're good with evil shit and stuff. You want to just like, I'll follow you.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go first, you can go first. If you want to go first.
I mean, I just figure like, the evil,
Yeah.
not the evil dude, but like, the dude good, like that can sense you.
He's good
Someone
versus
else,
evil.
someone else. Yeah,
Yeah.
just I'll just follow. Yep, and see, the more I hear that kind of shit, I think I'm. I got your
It's better
back.
to listen from
It's the
to like
wind.
hear it better from back here.
It's just the wind. That's all.
All right.
I like your thinking,
I will
Cordelia.
nod.
You're gonna.
I will make sure my battle is axe in front of me with my shield. You guys will note that on the shield it has the symbol of a god named Tyr in the Forgotten Realms, which is a god of justice.
Now, also for you, Paladin, you have aura protection in your class trait, and that gives you the ability to, provide extra 3 on the saving rolls. But you'll need to put that on the individuals that stay within your 10-foot radius and take it off of them. I will leave that up to you to give them the protection that is necessary from your.
Mind if I
aura.
throw that up there so they can? And I'll tell them that If you stay close, I can protect you.
Then
I'm all
10
about
feet.
that. I
Divine
got
power.
you.
But
Yep,
you can
nope.
you drop it on in and out of them. I'm not going to do it. So it's an effect that you
Nope.
can drop in and out. The fancy
gotcha.
grounds way.
That's right.
Okay,
Very well. I will step forward with my battle axe, and my
All right.
shield out,
we're going to move along here, and you're going to.
and I will
see-
yell out, "Evil! It is time to be judged. Come
like that.
forth."
Gotta let him know who's boss. I like
Paladin
it.
are never quiet.